Hello everyone and welcome back to Technically Unsure, where I'm not really sure what I'm doing technically.
Hello gentlemen.
My kids have access to various programming websites like Codable or Tinker or some other similar ones. It's not sponsored by any of them, this video. I'm just telling you a couple sites that I found. They have accounts in there. Those are the sites where you can learn, Python and some other pseudo languages with dragging and dropping things around. I'd even forgot what it's called. But anyway, that's nice and fun and all good. And they play around with those things and learn. But I always think that, it's better if you have something physical where you write a code and something happens in physical world. I don't know, just example, a light, turns on, turns off. So your code and action that is visible. I think that's the best way for kids to learn. You write a code, the motor starts spinning. You change the code, it's spinning faster, things of that sort. It's a visible action reaction type of things, I would say, is much better for the kids to learn from. I have a couple robotic kits of sorts where you write a code and then you upload your code to the robot and robot does things. That is also nice, but I wanted a little bit lower level where you actually control a couple things like sensors and all that stuff. And I want them to also get their hands on Raspberry Pi. So I was looking around and just out of luck, I found something called CrowPi, and they are just going to release CrowPi 3. So basically, I reached out to them. I reached out to the company and I told them, I know this is not released yet, but I know it's coming up soon. I want to get my hands on it. Can I have one, basically? And they were kind enough to send me one. So we are going to take a look at it together. I believe it's one of the best things that you can get for education. And it does come with a lot of sensors, as you can see. I haven't seen it, I haven't opened it. I don't know what to expect, but I'm just looking at the photos and all that stuff. So I think it is going to be a great product for kids to learn. Also, for whatever reason, I didn't ask, but it came with a Raspberry Pi Pico development board, W1, the wireless one, and microbit board. So if we open up the microbit one, this is just, it's standard one, I guess. Yeah, that's the standard. Yeah, actually I have a robot that, you can upload your code into this and plug that in there and it takes actions based on your code. So that's also pretty standard, I think. A lot of people use it for various projects. So this is just, microbit board. And it comes with its, guide and stuff. Yeah. The same thing, like clap and do pressing buttons and tilting, all that stuff. There are various sensors on this and it feeds that to so you can control it. Anyway, this is pretty standard to microbit. And there is also, as I said, Raspberry Pi W, but that's not the point of this video. I'm gonna just take it out and take these away. The main star of this show is this board. Basically, it also comes with battery, so you don't really need to power it all the time. It comes with the latest generation of open source tools developed by Elecrow. That's the company I reached out to, which they sent it. And in this one comes with the Raspberry Pi 5. So that's perfect. So honestly, I don't know if it comes with the Raspberry Pi 5 as well, or I have to put mine, but I have some laying around. I will put it in there if needed. On the box, multi-platform integration with AI, rich learning, portable design, dynamic programmable ambient lighting, and you can put microbit, Arduino Nano as well. Okay, so Arduino Nano as well, microbit or Pico Pi, you can plug that in there. So let's open this up. All right, first of all, wow, that's a lot of sensors. Ambient light switch, 4.3-inch LCD screen, which is this one. And then there's a light sensor, hall sensor, 8x8 RGB matrix, IR sensor, buzzer, sound sensor, PIR sensor, encoder, tilt sensor, a lot of sensors, as you can see on the screen. I'm gonna leave it on the screen, you can see it. And there's also even a GPIO interface. Very nice, very nice. So when your kids start learning with these easier, simpler sensors, they can graduate and level up and start putting Pico interface or microbit interface and start dealing with like the GPIO directly. So that's also there. The fan, there is also an LCD and bunch of I2C UART and servo and other stepper motor interface. Again, this is for when they level up and step up. Initially, kids can start playing around with this part of the board where the sensor is already there. You write the code, you control it. Oh wow, that is so nice. And it comes with a documentation, and yeah, there's step-by-step guide explaining all the features and the ports and all that stuff. Let's take this out. It's heavy though. I think it's the case. Okay, so let's take this one out of the... Okay, so it's magnetic, so it comes off. And there you go. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Let's see, first of all, what else is in there. I saw this in the elecrow 2 as well. So it seems like they just moved it to CrowPi 3 as well. You take these out. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to leave it to the kids. Basically, you take these out and then make a cube. And you can use this. There is a Minecraft game in there where they can use it to program and create these blocks. Let's say a TNT block in micro. They can write a code in Python and do it in Minecraft, and they will see action reaction basically. That's what I want kids to have. Write the code, see the results. So this is on the physical level, and they can do it in Minecraft game as well if your kids play Minecraft. Oh wow, it also comes with a controller, but it's USB, so it's like a Nintendo controller style. And actually, it's 2 of them. Very nice. So they can, I guess, play games as well on this. And in terms of power supply, they are kind enough to include a USB-C, which is 5 volt 5 amp or 9 volt 3 amp, 12 volt 2.2 amp. Very nice. So this is a generic, power supply that you can use it. And they are shipping it with the 128 gigabyte. Wow, that's a lot, isn't it? Okay, so you don't need to have a separate SD card. So they ship one with, and there is also a game one. So there's for the game another SD card, which I think it uses those emulation station stuff in here. We're gonna check. There is a stepper motor over here. Okay. Oh, there you go. The 18650 batteries. I think these are Samsung, I believe. So meaning good quality, I think. Let me see. NCR 18650GA. So this is made in India. All right. So should be fine. I think it was made in India. And this is I2C hub. Okay. You can turn one into multiple. And there is a smiley face, and we check this out. This is the servo. Okay, they included a lot of stuff. Another DC motor, okay, with a fan. I don't know if you can see the fan. It's like transparent, but yeah, there is a fan. But it's a soft, the blades are soft, so kids can't really hurt themselves with this. Okay, and there is this, whatever it is. Look, is it RFID stuff? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it even comes with a mouse. Okay, so it is really a full-blown kit. Wow, okay. And a bunch of resistors with numbers. So 100 ohm, 10K, 3030, and bunch of cables and the pin headers. Very nice, very, very nice. Bunch of cables and a bunch of buttons and remote. And I think this is the SD card reader writer and the RFID card and a screwdriver and another RFID tag. Okay, so this is awesome. That's it. This is awesome. Let's go through the actual mini computer. So, okay, so this comes off. It's not, I thought it's you're going to keep this around. I mean, you can keep this around, but yeah, it just goes in and slides in and slides out. Okay, so what you can do is you can basically just put the keyboard on top of this and use it like this, and then take this out and see the sensors. And inside the sensors, as you can see, we just saw that on the cover. So the LED panel is over here, the LCD screen is over here, another LCD screen. This is color, this is just text, and a bunch of breadboards are here. There you can see 2 breadboards. And the interface to connect those microbits or Arduino Uno or Raspberry Pi Pico to here. The fan is over there, the camera is over there, ultrasonic sensors are here. Touch sensor. The segment screen is over here. A bunch of buttons here. And this is a rocker. Oh yeah, that's, kind of like a joystick, Vibration, sound, buzzer, IR, tilt. Okay, so they have the tilt as well. And encoder, flame, relay. So flame, okay. voltage relay and the screen. And the battery was on the back, right? And we have to put the battery in there. How do we open it? Oh, it slides out. That is very nice. So no screwdriver needed. So, okay, there you go. So here you can store, I guess, bunch of things. So it's like a storage, I think. Yeah, looks like it. And then in here you have the Raspberry Pi 5, which they already included. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I am going to, not the game, I'm going to put the system image in there. Okay. So let's put the system image in there. Okay. So that's the SD card and the batteries go over here. So those batteries are not charged, but I am still going to go ahead and put it in there. So this is the positive and like that. And that's it. So you see everything is already connected, populated, all good. We just have to put the battery in there and that's pretty much it. So does this make a connection to this somehow? Like, I mean, this is how it goes in, but not sure. Don't think so. So yeah, all right. There is an on off button over here. Yep, it's on now. So you can use this to control it. And yeah, in terms of I/O, there is also, let's walk through the I/O. Right over here, I believe the older version didn't really have HDMI output. I might be wrong, but I don't remember HDMI output on the other one. Anyway, not like on the case, at least. That's what I remember. Anyway, so there's a HDMI output, power button, volume control, headphone jack, and 5-volt in and out USB-C ports. And on the other side, we have the Ethernet, USB 2, USB 3.0, and debug. So this is a USB micro port, and there's a handle. So you can carry this around like that. And yeah, the handle also tucks in like that and pulls out. Very, very nice. I like it. I like it. It's a sturdy case. And as I said, a little bit heavy, not that heavy, but a little bit. And I believe, you know, kids will love it. So give me a couple of minutes. Let me set some of the sensors up, get some code in there, and we are going to take a look at it together. Give me a couple of minutes. Okay, so I want to show you guys one way that you can use it. It's not my personal favorite way of using it. There might be many of you that actually like to use it that way. So I'm going to very, very quickly just show you how it works, as it is not really easy to record that tiny screen over there. I just want you to see that it works, but then I'm going to start using it my favorite way, which is actually connecting an HDMI cable and mouse and keyboard and all that stuff. Now, all that being said, so what I'm going to do is I am going to turn this on, and what you can do is you can lift this screen. You will see here, yeah, let it boot, I will show you. And this is their mouse, okay? And there you go, okay? So you can use the mouse or you can use the touch screen, okay? So when it boots, you can like this, okay? So you can rotate, as you can see hopefully in there, you can rotate this, okay? And choose your IDE or app that you want to run. And then let me actually show you. Yeah, not this one. Yeah, Python maybe, right? So we are, and you can press this and it will just boot into the actual Raspberry Pi, right? And if you want to go back, you click on this and we'll come back here. And you can use the mouse, as I said, and rotate this and then launch it, put it on the one you want, and basically the one you like, you put it over here and then launch it. And it will just run the one that you want to open up. So this is just another way of doing it, right? But it's not my favorite, as I said. You can do this and open it, and it will open the CrowPi application and all that stuff. As I said, my favorite way of opening it is just here. So here, as you can see now, it opened the Thani IDE. Yeah, I just want to show you, like, you see, it's snappy. There you go, okay? So you can open the terminal, okay? And let me see if they have NeoFetch installed. Oh yeah, there you go. You have the NeoFetch. You can use the screen or the mouse and keyboard. Okay, now we have this on record. I'm not gonna use it this way, okay? Now let's go to my favorite way of showing. I just wanted to show you guys this, okay? I just want you to know that this screen comes forward, goes back, mouse and keyboard out of box. I didn't sync anything, out of box, everything connected and worked, okay? Okay, sorry. So before we go and I connect the HDMI cable and everything, I'm going to show you one more thing that is not, again, not my favorite. I don't think this is really for that. I personally going to be using this to educate kids and teach them programming and sensors and all that stuff. This is educational tool. But remember I showed you guys there was a game SD card? So what I did was I removed the Raspberry Pi that I was just showing you, which I'm gonna go in detail right after this. But before that, I just wanna show you, if you put the game SD card in there and lift up the screen, as you can see, it boots into the emulation, okay? And then you will be able to basically, run a bunch of games. I'm not a big fan of this part. Obviously, I love gaming, but I have my own emulation station, other stuff in the house, so I'm good on that. But if you want to play games in this, you can also show your kids that they can connect. There's actually two, as you remember. There are two controllers that are included in this, both of them, and you can connect it to this and just basically start playing Sega, Nintendo, Sony, all other games for different consoles, right? So you have a bunch of consoles. It's open source. You can change it, add more to it, and all that stuff, right? So yeah, this is just there. I wanted to show you. If the game loads, I want to show you a little bit of gameplay as well, but it's just taking forever. So the game started, and yeah, as you can see, obviously you can play emulation games like this, okay? But as I said, gonna go back, not the main reason anyone would buy this. It doesn't mean it doesn't do what I'm just showing you. It just does. You can run an emulation station. You can load up your games. There's USB port, remember. You can add more games to it and everything. I just want to show you it works. But let me show you one of the main reasons, a reason that I really like it, which is the educational tool. So let me connect the HDMI cable and my own mouse and keyboard and enable the capture card, and then we'll see what we can do with this bad boy. Okay? Give me a couple of minutes, I will be right back. Okay, I connected HDMI power. It's actually charging the battery right now, and we are going to power it on. Okay, you have to hold the button a little bit so you don't accidentally click on it. Elecrow is there. So I am capturing from this camera, this monitor, and also I'm recording the HDMI. So when you plug in the HDMI, the display changes a bit, obviously. This is a touch screen, by the way. I didn't know that. And I opted to use my keyboard. There you go. So I'm recording the screen, as you can see. And it does, some checks the Ethernet, checks the connection, and boots into this. So your kids really don't need to know. So now I'm going to kind of act like a kid, and you see, you're not gonna really be able to mess things up, right? So there is an AI learning course over here. So you can click on it, and it pops open a Thorny IDE, basically. And they have a lot of lessons. They are walking you through this. I'm not gonna walk through the lessons. This is their proprietary, lessons, whatever they have built. So you just click on the lesson, they walk you through it, and eventually they get to where you can build your AI assistant with LLM, and they tell you how it does and how can you do AI, make AI draw something and this and that. So there's a good lesson and all that stuff. And when you don't want this and you want to, so first of all, this is the OS. As you can see, this is Raspberry Pi, and you can click on it and see the status and all that stuff. And when you're done with this, you don't want this, you can click on home and it will come back. But what I want to show you more, that's AI learning stuff, and it gets updated. Actually, when I booted, it said there's a lot of updates for these apps, and I accepted it, it updated it. So that being said, let's go into Python IDE. So again, you are in Python IDE environment, but as you can see, they have a lot of stuff in here, other tools, PyApps. They keep updating it. As I said, I just updated a bunch of apps in here. And if you don't like this, you want to go back to the main screen, you click on this icon, it goes back. You want to go back, click on this, you will see the battery status over here. And you will see the system status, Bluetooth status, microphone. You can turn off the microphone, you can turn off the speaker. You have control over this. And as you can see on my screen, my both hands are here, as you can see. So you can move the mouse and things around, as you can see on the screen, with this touch screen. But I'm not gonna do that, that's gonna be slow. I'm gonna walk through a couple examples very quickly so you understand the power of this. Default was here, I moved it around, that's why it's not here. So here, you will see that there are a bunch of test projects for different sensors. Easy ones, let's say the light detector, right? So your kids can load this. They will see how the LCD module is getting initialized and then how it detects the light. There is the light sensor initialization code, and then how it reads the sensor and how it changes the code, the light intensity, and shows it on the screen. So let's just run it, okay? So we are gonna run it. As you can see, light level is here, 530, 526 lux. So it means like it's a bright room, bright environment, right? And if I cover the sensor with my hand, you will see it immediately drops to 37, 55, there you go, okay? It drops. So you remove your hand, it's at 15, now it comes back. So this is just one example for the light sensor, right? And the other example that is going to be a little bit loud is going to be, that I checked, is intrusion alarm, right? So in the intrusion alarm, it uses the PIR sensor and checks for motion. I'm going to try to stay still. As you can see, no noises, no sounds, okay? And if I, there you go, okay? And then it starts making the beeping noise. Yep, so that's how it detects the intrusion, so your kids also can learn how the PIR sensors work, right? So they have a lot of sensor code, and you know, you can use every single one of these sensors and write your code. You can use the breadboard to make a small circuit. And they have a lot of applications even for electronics over here, Arduino, KiCad, and all that stuff for PCB designing. They have a bunch of games, but the most interesting game that I noticed is actually a modded version of the Minecraft, which is on the desktop. Kids love Minecraft, right? So you want them to learn Minecraft. What you can do is actually, there is a good example over here in the, this one is actually in your home folder. It's the Minecraft. So they have a Minecraft block reader and writer, and it uses NFC. Very cool idea, very cool idea. I just have to say, I'm just impressed. So let me show you how it works. So you start this, and let's just, you know, you have to tell your kids to go through the code, but let's just say they don't, right? Let's just run it. Let's start with the writer, okay? So we are going to run the writer, and it tells you place the card. So we have to find the NFC key, okay, NFC tag, and I am going to place it over there, and it should automatically detect. There you go. And it tells you which type of block in Minecraft you want to write into your NFC tag. So we don't know, we just click on L to list it. And the one I am familiar with is the 64, is the TNT block, okay? And it tells you want to plant an inactive TNT block or ready to explode block. So let's go with the ready to explode, confirm, and it wrote it to my NFC tag. So now this NFC tag holds a TNT block for the Minecraft, right? So now if we go back to the block reader, we just have to run, and it just listens for the NFC card, okay? But while that is happening, let's run the Minecraft. So we just start the Minecraft, those are the username, all that stuff, there you go. Start a game, unnamed world, there you go, we are in here, okay? So as we are walking, okay, and we are over here, let's stay here, okay? My hands are here. So I'm just going to take this, you know, the code is running in the background. The NFC reader code is running on the background. So if I place this, there you go. It placed a TNT tag. And if the time runs out, so you remove this, okay? And then let's place another one. There you go. It placed another TNT block. Isn't that cool? That's awesome. So kids, now I can just, you know, do this, and it's going to explode, okay? So your kids basically will learn how to interact physical world and the software. It's the bridge. Writing a code does something in the game, in there, which involves, again, physical devices and also a lot of sensors. Now, you want to get creative? I don't know. For instance, you can say when there is an intrusion, put a TNT in the Minecraft. You know, get creative, whatever you want to do. There's a lot of sensors over here. You can go with the light sensor. You can go with the PIR sensor. You can go with the, ultrasound sensor. You can read the data from different sensors, do different actions, show something on this screen, show something on this screen, show something on the RGB matrix, or show something in the Minecraft. This is exactly what will get the kids, more interested in coding. To be very honest, raw coding is very boring. Do you agree with that? Especially for kids. You tell them, write a code that will, I don't know, list all the numbers divisible by this number, right? It's boring, it's not that interesting, and the results also show up on the screen. They don't really enjoy it. If you want your kids to really learn, or I keep saying kids because, well, I kind of know programming. Maybe it's not exactly, I'm not the main audience, but even if you're not kid, you're adult, but you really don't know much about, programming, Python, or you don't know about electronics or sensors or Raspberry Pi, this is for you as well. So I'm just saying, as an example for kids, this is my case, I'm going to pass this to kids. So they can always use different sensors, learn what these technologies are. So what is the RFID NFC tag? What is RFID? So they will start learning, they will start questioning, they will start Googling, and they will start asking you, and you will be able to explain basically what these are. And they have a good booklet as well over here, walking through a couple of things and how to do things. And they have a good course on this CrowPi as well. And they have a lot of good lessons in there, a lot of good examples. So if you can, let me just close. So let's quit this. So if we go over here, you will see there's Minecraft examples, right? And there's a lot of examples for the sensors that is in USR share code. And they are project in speech as well. So there's a lot of projects over here. NFC music read, NFC music write. So a lot of fun projects for kids, just if they want to go through these things. And there's a, Flappy Bird. I believe most of these were already there in the CrowPi 2, but this one is upgraded in terms of looks and design in the Raspberry Pi 5 and the sensors and the full bundle of everything that they're shipping it with. So this is an upgraded version of that. They can also play games with this controller in the Raspberry Pi 5 on the HDMI or on the screen. And they have also more stuff over here. Look at it. Like, let's say Arduino Pico, right? Look at the courses. They have so many courses for Arduino Pico. So basically they can take these pins and place them over here, right? And then put them in the designated area for Pi Pico, or you can use Arduino stuff, or you can use this, right? So you have different options you place in there, and they have courses. So you can go in the course and they will show you even C++. So this is a little bit advanced level for the Arduino course. They can learn C++. There is a INO file, which is for Arduino. They can open it in Arduino, do it in here, control GPIO, everything. And this is, again, for advanced user. There's a Arduino Nano over here as well. This one is also C++, right? Which is, I don't have it here. And there's a lot of other courses. So there is no limit. So if you know Python, how about C++? How about Arduino, like doing stuff in Pi Pico, or doing stuff with the microbit. So they also have a much easier, simpler version of it, which is called, which I keep forgetting its name, Scratch. Sorry, there is a Scratch. So in Scratch, you basically, what you're doing is you're building blocks. So it's easier version of programming for much younger kids. or, yeah, there you go. Not necessarily for kids, but just someone who's not really familiar with programming. They want to understand the concepts at the lower level. You can really drag and drop stuff, like move 10 steps, turn and do this, do that. You can drag and drop these blocks and connect them to each other, and they make a step and then run it and we'll do it. You can write this scratch into this and plug this and make it make actions. Yeah, so this is just brilliant. This is brilliant. This is exactly what I wanted. This is what will connect kids more to technology world, when they can do something in the computer, in code, in Scratch or Python or C++ with these add-ons, and see the reaction. Read from sensor, take an action. Intrusion detection, raise an alarm. Put an RFID block, show a TNT, put a TNT block in Minecraft, all that cool stuff. And every time you're done with this environment, you click on this, you come back here, you have your AI learning environment over there, Python environment, or you just click on the Raspberry Pi, it will just take you back to the Raspberry Pi environment. So you have a full-blown Raspberry Pi connected with all sorts of sensors already in a ready-to-go package like this. Just beautiful. One thing I'm gonna nag about a little bit, this damn fan is too loud. I don't like it. I don't like it. The only thing, honestly, I love every single thing about this, except that damn fan. I'm gonna replace that. So yeah, this fan is a little bit loud for me. It's a little bit loud, but if you don't mind, that's fine. But you have, as I said, a lot of great stuff in there. So yeah, GPIO pins are also there. The regular Raspberry Pi GPIO pins. You can write the Python code directly controlling the GPIO pins over there. They are all numbered, and they all have also, as you can see, color-coded RGBs as well. You can control the RGB lights next to each GPIO pin. You have endless amount of sensors and things to display, action reaction thing basically. Best way to learn programming, electronics, and Linux as well, because they gotta kind of get familiar with this environment, how they need to be able to run basic commands, do a couple of things here and there. Not necessarily in the beginning, as I showed you. In the beginning, as I said, you just load the Thani, it's the IDE, you write the code, you click on run, and it executes. But it's better if you start also learning a little bit about the OS and then like the terminal commands and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm just overall very, very impressed with this board. And I know I switched to my own mouse and keyboard. That's mainly because of my capture card and everything is already plugged in and it's ready to go. But it comes with its own keyboard, as you can see here, and its own mouse. There we go. And it comes in a easy to carry handle, everything together. So yeah, I just wanted to introduce you guys to this. It's amazing. It's awesome product, and I really love it. And I hope these guys, they're going to launch a Kickstarter, by the way, I think. When I say Kickstarter, it could be Indiegogo, I don't know, one of those, the crowdfunding, let's say. So they're going to launch it. Just go ahead and grab yours. I think it's like end of May-ish it's going to launch. So be on the lookout. I will put the link on the description so you can go there and check them out. I'm just impressed. As I said, the Minecraft, modified Minecraft stuff and all the sample codes. So here, that's very important actually. If you ship all these stuff and there is no real examples for kids to just run it first, learn from it and modify it later, it's not really that helpful. So they took the time and developed a lot of sample codes, which is awesome. Yeah, so in this AI thing, I just wanted to see there's a lot of text in here, and then eventually gets to here. And yeah, they are teaching them how to use, AIs and ChatGPT and all that stuff with the code generation and all that stuff. Okay, so there's nothing else really comes to my mind in terms of AI to show you guys in here. We covered the Python, and the README is the basics, is Scratch, and then Arduino Pico Micro with Node-RED, and then advanced is Python and Minecraft stuff. Well, I would put Python above. It's not really advanced per se, like you want to write simple Python code. But anyway, yeah, this is pretty much it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to turn it off. I want to show you guys one more close-up of this. But this is just awesome. And I'm glad that they are shipping all these sensors and add-ons that you can connect. Let's say this one, right? It's the stepper motor. There's the stepper motors right over here. So if you want to execute a stepper motor code, you just add, you know, teach your kids. Oh my God, that was loud. You see, it just went quiet. The room is quiet now. So yeah, you can take this, plug this in there, and now you will have a controller. You will have a code that you can control now with this stepper motor, you know. So a lot of sensors, actually. I'm impressed. I can't think of something that I wished that they had included in here, but I just think they have everything in there. So even some extra LEDs and capacitors, buttons, resistors, cables, everything. So yeah, I just wanted to thank these guys, the Elecrow team, for making this and sending it over to me. As you can see, you can put the keyboard on here, and it is sturdy. You can keep it in there, and shaking it, it's not gonna fall off. So actually taking it off is a little bit hard. So yeah, it's very sturdy. So you put it in there, and you can carry it that way, or you can use the cover that comes with it, which is right over here. So if you don't want to put the keyboard or use the keyboard, you want to keep it away. Yeah, it does have those notches over there. You put this in there. Yep, there you go. And you keep it like this. Beautiful work by Elecrow team. I am just impressed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'm gonna keep playing around with this and pass it to the kids. I'm sure they're gonna love it. And I did a couple as similar things to this. As I said, none of them is as convenient as this. The robot thing is not really this easy and accessible. And you know, write the code in a computer, move the code around to the robot, execute and see the result. And the things that robot can do is not really, you know, as much as, and it doesn't have as many sensors as this one, right? And I just forgot, I didn't show you. So we talked about the, you know, P code that you can put it in there after putting the pins in soldering, or yeah, you have to solder that. And then for these ones, for microbit, it just goes in here. So you plug that in there, okay? So microbit goes over there like this, okay? And the Arduino one, Arduino Nano one, or the Pico one, you have to put the pins and then plug that in here. They have a documentation and photos, as you can see. Yeah, you know, the yellow one is for this one, and that blue one is for the Arduino and all that stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to add there. So yeah, this one comes with a lot of sensors. You can connect it to a monitor, even do more in there. Yeah, this is beautiful. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to introduce you guys to this. If you like this, give them some love, show them some love. I will put the link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.